This is Charter Local Edition. My name is Brad Pomerance in San Luis Obispo. Today I'm the luckiest guy around, and I am joined by Chuck Davison. He is with Visit San Luis Obispo County. Who wouldn't want to? I know my wife is on her way up, as is many crew members, is having their spouses joining us for a wonderful weekend in San Luis Obispo. Why not? Culture, culinary, and coastal all in one.
Yeah, it's a great place to visit, an even better place to live.
I don't want to talk about that. The happiest place on earth, at least according to Oprah Winfrey.
That's right.
Let's break this down and talk about the cultural, because San Luis County offers a lot of cultural gems.
It does. So, starting in the far north, Hearst Castle, one of the largest icons from a state park, the most visited state park in all of California.
Can I tell you, I had been as a child,
Yeah.
and then recently I took my children.
Yeah.
I had forgotten the majesty of that location.
Not only that, but from a museum standpoint, all of the artifacts that he collected
Right.
when he was alive and brought over and put into the castle itself is absolutely amazing. We're fortunate to say we have the only castle in the state of California. And from an international tourism perspective, I mean, people just flock to that place.
And I gotta say, you can spend days there. I mean, there's so many tours and options.
Yeah, tours, movies, outdoor gardens to explore,
Right.
the Hearst Ranch Winery, which is kind of attached to that. Just an amazing experience. And honestly, every time you go to a new movie that's taking place in the theater or new artifacts that they brought
Right.
in on a touring museum, just always something new to see.
Of course, there are two missions in San Luis County, both beautiful and unique in their own right.
They are, and so they follow the mission trail of the Real
course.
that follows through California. We have here in the city of San Luis Obispo, the mission in San Luis.
Which is really right, kind of integrated into the downtown area.
It is, and so the city itself was built essentially on a square format back then, and it's right in the center of the city. So there's restaurants right across from it. You can sit and look at the mission. But we also have a second mission that often goes kind of unknown in the county, up in San Miguel, the far north side of the county, on the other side of Paso Robles, which is equally as beautiful.
I want to talk about food. Who doesn't want to talk about food? This county really has taken the lead when it relates to being a culinary destination. And it seems as if it has happened in the last decade or two. I mean, foodies around the world are coming to San Luis Obispo County, both San Luis itself, Napomo for steak, Paso for wine. I mean, wow.
Yeah, we've got, we're very fortunate because we have a lot going on in the county from a food perspective. The farm to table movement has really helped with that and people's desire to have fresh foods right in their own backyard. We've got some great new restaurants like Foremost in downtown San Luis Obispo that have shown up on the national scale and are rated in the top 100 restaurants in all of America. And so that's really driving a lot of the tourism even that's coming to the county.
But I have to ask you about the wine industry because for so many years, it was all about Sonoma and Napa. I mean, that's all anyone talked about. You can't do that anymore. I mean, Paso Robles in San Luis Obispo County, San Luis City, I mean, they are wine destinations. It's undeniable.
They are. And Paso Robles 2 years ago, Wine Enthusiast magazine's #1 destination in the United States.
How? How did you do that so quickly?
250 wineries in Paso, another 50 wineries down here in the Edna Valley of San Luis Obispo. But I think the thing that people love about wine here is, one, it's a great product, but two, it's very unpretentious. And so that consumer who doesn't really know anything about wine but wants to go into a tasting room and have a fun, enjoyable experience and not feel like they're a nobody, that's the experience you get here. That's maybe not what you're going to find in Napa, but in this environment of kind of the laid-back, old California environment, that's what we get in San Luis Obispo.
Give me a sense how important, how pivotal the wine industry has become for the economic and really tourist attraction in this region.
Well, it's very interesting because agriculture is the #1 economic driver in our county, followed second by tourism.
So there you have it.
Last year, tourism, $1.44 billion in investment from our visitors that came here, up about 3.5% from the year before. And tourism drove 17,000 jobs in our county, which is just over 10%. So those two industries combined really work together to facilitate everything that we know in our county today.
And that's lucky, because when you think about ag in other places, ag and tourism don't go together really.
They don't. And we have, arguably the largest farmers market in the United States on Thursday night here in San Luis Obispo, right? And it's not just about getting produce, it's about eating great food and experiencing great entertainment. But we found a way in this county for those things to work together, to your point, which has really helped us kind of elevate ourselves against the other counties around it.
I want to talk about the third element. We've done cultural, we've done culinary, now let's do coastal. So many coastal gems. Can we start from the north and talk about the seals outside of Hearst Castle?
Yeah,
Tell me about that.
So right out from Hearst Castle, we've got a wonderful seal habitat out there, and so you can show up there in November and watch the males come up on the shore, and then a month or two later you've got the females showing up and the pups, and then you get to, if you're fortunate, you get to stand out there and watch the males fight each other for the females. It's an amazing experience. I take my kids multiple times throughout the year. It's easy to find as you're driving up or down Highway 1. Yeah. When you see all the cars parked on the side of the road, that's where you want to stop.
Let's go farther south a bit to Morro Bay.
Yeah, so the iconic rock of Morro Bay, right? An amazing experience, an old fishery town that's now come back, kind of had stopped the fishing there for a number of years due to the ecosystem, and now that's coming back in. And so, everything from kayaking to deep sea fishing to paddle boarding to laying on the beach and flying a kite.
I want to get a sense as to how Morro Rock has developed over the years, because at one time one could visit Morro Rock. Yeah. We don't do that anymore. Right. Tell us about that and why it's working.
Yeah, so you used to be able to climb Morro Rock back in the 40s and 50s. That no longer exists, although occasionally somebody tries to do it, which we wouldn't recommend. But it's a great iconic spot here in our county, and I think the city of Morro Bay has done an amazing job of protecting that environment. The rock has shrunk over the last 100 years because pieces start to break away. Sure. It erodes in the ecosystem, and so there's a desire to keep that alive and well in our county.
What about Avila Beach?
Yeah, so Avila is a great environment. If you're looking for a place to relax, or sit on an oceanfront restaurant, or walk on a pier, or at the end of the Avila Pier is a fish hatchery, and so you can buy fresh fish right off the pier and take it home and cook it. Just a great place to experience. Also, one of the 3 dog beaches in our county are in Avila. You can let your dog run wild right there on the dog beach itself, and enjoy a great day with your feline.
Tell us about the Oceano Dunes.
Yeah, so as you move south through Pismo Beach and then down into Oceano,
can't miss Pismo, of course.
But Oceano, the only place you can legally drive a car on the beach in the state of California. Literally, you pay a small fee and you can drive out there right up next to the water. Great place to go ATVing and have your RV and camp out. A lot of kite surfing in Oceano. The way the bay works, the San Luis Bay, the wind comes pushing southeast down into that bay, and so the kite surfing down there significantly greater than it is kind of at the other side of the bay. But it's a great environment.
But if you've never seen it, you'll never believe it. I mean, it is downright lunar in some ways.
Well, most people don't know that the Ten Commandments was actually filmed there in Oceano.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so that's how lunar it is. Right. Also, the second Pirates of the Caribbean was filmed there. And so it is a huge sand dune that's kind of an unknown quantity in our state. But again, a great experience. Kind of everything you wish you could have all here in one place.
But you do.
We do.
You have it all here in one place.
And we are. It's why so many of us have chosen to call this place home.
You bet. His name is Chuck Davison. He is with Visit San Luis Obispo County. The website is
Visit SanLuisObispoCounty.com and SavorCentralCoast.com.
My name is Brad Pomerance, coming to you from San Luis Obispo County. This is Charter Local Edition.